Hello Internet! I got an email with the second set of instructions for my mystery quilt this morning. So despite the fact that I'm not 100% healed yet, so I guess technically I shouldn't be doing things like sewing and ironing and everything else that's involved with making up the quilt blocks, I'm going to anyway. And if my surgeon happens to be watching this, I promise I'm going to do it all with my elbows by my side and really not extend my arm or anything, honestly. So here's the packet of the fabrics for the second part. It doesn't feel like there's any exciting little gifts in the bag this time. Just lots of pretty fabric pieces. Some quite long strips there. They may be borders or something. Who knows? It's all a mystery, but let's get on with it. There's a lot of pieces. This could be complicated. Given that a lot of my usual quilting is make it up as you go along, it's been interesting having to be a bit more accurate with this quilt, and especially to be very careful about my 1/4 inch seams, which I try to get right, but a lot of the time the kind of designs I'm working on, it's like, well, as long as I'm consistent, it doesn't matter if they're 1/4 inch, but with this, because everything's pre-cut and pre-measured, it's not going to fit together if I don't get the 1/4 inches right. And I do have a 1/4 inch foot on my machine, but because the machine's so old, the needle's a little bit out of alignment and it doesn't have those exciting functions that newer machines have of being able to adjust it in very small amounts. You can basically just adjust it to in the middle, a long way to the left, a long way to the right, and that's your only choices. So I can't adjust where the needle shaft is, so the 1/4 inch foot isn't as helpful as it could be, because I've still got to adjust a little bit to get it an actual 1/4 inch seam. So I have bought myself a laser, and this laser just attaches onto the machine, and in theory, if I've got it lined up right, which I think I have, I've done a bit of testing and sewing some sample blocks and making sure that I get a nice 1/4 inch. If I use the line that the laser makes on the bed of my machine, I should get a perfect 1/4 inch. I discovered something really cool on my last video because Sheila Christensen, who is the designer of the quilt, posted a comment on my video. So cool! And I hadn't realised she's a New Zealand designer. She's actually based in New Zealand and has been doing mystery quilts out of New Zealand for quite some time. So probably a bit silly of me to order the mystery quilt from an American shop when the designer is a New Zealander. But I'll know for next time. It's been really cool too following the Facebook group for this quilt. Everyone's been posting pictures of the blocks they've been making in all the different colourways, so it's really cool to see how different it looks in the different colourways. And I've had a few new subscribers from the Facebook group too, which is great. So there we are, the finished blocks for the second part of the mystery quilt. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to do all those nice internety things like liking and subscribing and leave a comment. If you're doing the mystery quilt too, tell me which colours you're using. And I'll see you all next month for the next mystery blocks.